Hello, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. You guys know the drill. As we prepare for Shabbat services tonight, please turn off your phones, all your electronic devices. We do stream our services live for those who cannot be with us tonight. We also have pictures that are posted on social media. If you do not want to be in a picture or live stream, please see one of the ushers here, and we will make sure that happens for you. If you need a large print prayer book, also, myself or Dan, please see us. There are exit doors on either side of the rear of the sanctuary and both sides of the balcony in case of an emergency. Follow instructions from the Bima. Have a great Shabbat service. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for being here.
The words for Shalom Aleichem can be found on page 24.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh, Hakadosh, Baruch Hu, Poechem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh, Hakadosh, Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh, Hakadosh, Baruch Hu, Tzedchem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei, Malachei Elyon, Bimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Hakadosh, Hakadosh, Baruch Hu.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Our service continues on pages 2 and 3 as we invite to the honor of lighting candles Steve and Carol Parker.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As the brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who've kindled light, so we, in our day, be among those who kindle light.
Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher אשר קידשנו במצוותיו, וציוונו להדליק נר, להדליק נר של שבת. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן.
אמן.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו, זיכרון למעשה בראשית, כי הוא יום תחילה למקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
We continue on page 8. As we read together, I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God need no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. We continue on pages 20 and 21 as we join together in L'Chadodi.
דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בלך, גם בשמחה ובצולה, תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We remain standing and continue on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, על מה דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשה בריחו. אלא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
Page 31 together. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai Hama'ariv Arabim. Page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאותה ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 39, responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה, זה עליינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך, אדוני ימלוך, לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו, לשלום, לשלום, ועמידנו שומרנו, לחיים, לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו ביצה טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בעדנו, והסר מעלינו. אויב דבר וחרב ורב יגון, אויב דבר וחרב ורב יגון, ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו ומצילנו אתה, כי אל מלך חנון ורחום אתה, ושמור תיתנו ובואנו, לחיים ולשלום מעתה ועד עולם, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני. ישראל ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, עוד היא לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש.
Page 46, we rise together.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, זוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש, ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Please be seated. Page 55 on the bottom margin. The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week we live under the tyranny of things in space. On Shabbat, We try to become attuned to the holiness of time. It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world. Page 57, together. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer, wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land and Zion restored in all lands. You are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, shotecha levarecha b'yirah na'avod.
At this point in the service, we take a moment to give thanks for all the things that we're thankful for. And if there's anyone who has something in particular that they're grateful for this week, please raise your hand and let us know as I indicate around the room. Nobody's grateful for anything. Yes.
I'm grateful that the snowstorm was just
For the end of the snowstorm, yeah. Just grateful. Yes. Ah, new job. All right.
Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach.
Others? Yes.
I'm grateful for my beautiful granddaughters here.
Yes.
I'm grateful that my son, who's not calling me from California, is fetching school.
For calls from distant family. Yes.
I'm grateful that my family and my best friends
Family and friends.
Modim anachnu lach, modim anachnu lach.
We continue with our prayer for peace, page 60.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. V'tov b'necha levarech את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. Baruch atah Adonai, amarech et amo Yisrael, bashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha, tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We continue with silent prayer and meditation. When a young person is called to the Torah and his or her bar bat mitzvah at age 13, we hope and we pray that he or she is old enough and mature enough to understand what the moment means, and that those values that we try to transmit have pierced the heart and the mind. When a year or longer later, a young person decides to accept the invitation to chant from the Torah again, then we know for sure the values and ideals of that young lady and the blessing that she brings her parents and her grandparents and her people. So we call to the honor of reading the Torah tonight McKenna Katz, and we invite her to come to the bima along with her extended family. Friends, our service continues on page 246 as we prepare to read from the book of Exodus, chapter 32. We rise together.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai Yerushalayim. Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, lamo Yisrael bikdoshato. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadol Adonai iti, Oromema Shemo yachtav. Lecha Adonai Hagedola ve'Hagevora, Latiferet ve'Hanetzach ve'Hahod. Ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz, ki chol b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. Lecha Adonai
Please be seated. The Torah blessings are found on page 250. Again, McKenna will be reading from chapter 32 of the book of Exodus, verses 1 through 2. We invite all of you to come around really close. Surround her with love. She deserves it. Cantor leads us all in the bracha for Torah. We do the 4 lines straight through without repeating since it's a group aliyah. Please join us.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים, ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Bayar ha'am kiboshesh Moshe laredet min hahar vayikahel ha'am al Aharon vayomru elav kum aseh lanu Elohim asher yelhu lefanenu ki zeh Moshe ha'ish asher ha'alenu me'eretz Mitzrayim lo yadanu mehayalo vayomer elehen Aharon parku mizmei hazaham asher be'eretz ve'oznei neshehem v'nechem uvnotechem ve'haviyu elah.
Together.
ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר נתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, נותן התורה.
Friends, we rise together.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
Please be seated. Friends, as the Torah remains out, we take a moment to open our hearts and our minds a little wider to offer a bracha, a blessing for those who have taken ill. If there's anyone on this Shabbat for whom you have a special prayer that they will come to know healing of body, of mind, of spirit, if we would like to add their name aloud to the list we will read in a few minutes, that we can join you in prayer, we invite you to please do so as we make our way through the sanctuary.
Yosef Moshe ben Hirschvahinda, Eleanor Binder,
Jean Vince and Rachel Pucciati, Tina Soka, and Jerry Milstein.
To the names already read, we add Megan Mary DePero, Rhoda Schwartz, Arlene Grable, Donald Malasky, Teddy Malasky, Nathan Hecker, Jeff Stoller, Phil Jarvis, Marilyn Fessel, Claire Meyer, Nancy Antonelli, Morgan Mitgang, Linda Grunbaum, Howard Rosenblatt, Dolores Rosenblatt, Richard Gottlieb, and all who have no one to have a special prayer for them. May they all come to know Refuah Shlema, a complete and a speedy recovery. We continue with Misha Berach, page 253.
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach avotenu ve'imotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, ולאה. הוא יברך את החולים. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליהם, לחלימם ולרפאותם ולחזיקם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, השתה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen.
We continue on page 256 as we rise together to return the Sefer Torah to the ark.
יהללו את שם אדוני, כי נשגב שמו לבדו. הודו על ארץ ושמיים, וירם קרן לעמו. תהילה לכל חסידיו, לבני ישראל, עם קרוב. הללויה, הללויה, עץ חיים היא, למה חזיקים בה, ותומכיה מאושר, דרכיה דרכינם, וכל נתיבותיה שלום. השיבנו אדוני
Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. So I'm about to show my age, especially to those of you who grew up in this area. Does anyone remember the old commercials for a place called Crazy Eddie's? Ah, see, it's nice to be back in a home crowd. For those of you who remember and those who may not, Crazy Eddie's used to run these absolutely crazy commercials, and my favorite, of course, was the Christmas sale in July. And there he was with his Santa hat talking about Christmas sales in July, and it made enough of an impression that here I am talking about it a lot of years later. So hopefully with that, I'll make an impression when I tell you that I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to talk about the High Holy Days on this Shabbat. Well, at least two of the themes that we bring out, the central themes of the High Holy Days, the theme of Chet, translated as sin, sort of, kinda, really it's about missing the mark, and about Tshuva, the theme of repentance. And just to be clear, although I may be marketing it as themes that we only talk about as the High Holy Days, of course that's not true. The asking of forgiveness in Judaism is considered a regular ritual. In fact, it's part of the traditional daily liturgy that, of course, Reform Jews don't always go through that liturgy, but in our traditional prayer book, we ask for forgiveness all the time. And it's not only in the liturgy, it of course takes place in many spots throughout the life cycle of the Torah, and there probably cannot be a more famous narrative, well-known narrative of the Torah that speaks to the themes of Chet and Tshuva than the parasha that McKenna led us through the first few verses, the translation of which is the golden calf. So just to catch you up, you know that we've spent the last few weeks finding out that we need to build the Mishkan, the tabernacle, the sacred space in the middle of the courtyard where God tells us God will dwell among us. And we've gone through the wardrobe and the preparation for what will happen with the Kohanim, with the priests who are in charge of the ritual inside of the tabernacle. And we're not yet open for business. We're preparing for the grand opening of the tabernacle. We haven't yet gotten there. When all of a sudden we have this week's narrative. And you know the story, and actually we're going to read a little bit of it on the screen in a moment. We could spend hours and hours talking about the psychology of what it brought our people to ask to build an idol. Remember, they've been in slavery, and as I've said every week and will continue, they've been through PTSD. We could explain all of that in lots of ways of why they would need something tangible, something visible. And why with Moses, who's still up on top of the mountain, after all of the giving of the commandments and everything that happened, he goes up the mountain for what we're told will be approximately 40 days. And while he's up there, the people start to freak out. And who's left in charge? Aaron, Moses' brother. Remember, he was chosen as the spokesperson by God. He is the man who we understand to be a man who's beloved by the people, a man of virtue and righteousness and peace. And in fact, We know that Aaron will be the Kohen HaGadol, the high priest, in this Mishkan with his sons, leading this ritual of sacrifice that we know has absolute efficacy. We know that when Aaron does what Aaron does and offers sacrifices of forgiveness, the people receive forgiveness. Sin offerings, the people are relieved of their sins. Peace offerings, that whatever it is, Aaron has that much authenticity in the eyes of God, chosen to play that role, that it makes this week's Torah portion even more unbelievable. So remember, the people are in a frenzy. By the way, Moses is up on the mountain talking to God, and God tells Moses what's going on. And here's what we read as the cantor brings us to the beginning of the text, chapter 32, the first few verses. When the people saw that Moses was delayed to come down from the mountain, the people gathered around Aaron and said to him, "Come, make us a god, who shall go before us. As for this Moses, the man who brought us up out of the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him." Aaron said to them, "Take off the gold rings that are on the ears of your wives, your sons, and your daughters, and bring them to me." So all the people took off the gold rings from their ears and brought them to Aaron. He took the gold from them, formed it in a mold, and cast an image of a calf. And they said, "These are your gods, O Israel, who brought you out of the land of Egypt." When Aaron saw them, he built an altar before it. And Aaron made proclamation and said, "Tomorrow shall be a festival to the Eternal." They rose early the next day and offered burnt offerings and brought sacrifices of well-being, and the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up in revelry. And so the question is, how did Aaron do in this moment of leadership? This great man, who, by the way, will still become the high priest. How do we think he did? At this moment, when the people come and say, "Build us a calf." That's a pretty good translation of the Hebrew. And I would say that the pshat, the simple meaning of the text, I'm not so sure I would vote for him for leader of the year. And yet the rabbis of old, through the midrash and commentary, talk about his brilliance and his faithful dedication and what an unbelievable job he did in this moment. And I'll show you some of the things they do through the midrash. You read where it talked about, he said, "Take your gold from your wives and your sons and your daughters." And the rabbis explain that Aaron thought no way the men would be able to get the gold away from the women and the children. So he made it difficult. And when Aaron, according to the rabbis, crafted the calf and believed Moses was coming any minute, this building an altar and saying, "Tomorrow there will be a festival for God," was his way of delaying, of doing everything he could to put it off until Moses came down with the authority of God and would put an end to all of this. And the rabbis even say that Aaron thought to himself, "You know, this sin is going to happen. And if I don't do it, there's a chance they'll put me to death and get someone else to do it. Lest the people be charged with the greatest sin of all, that of death, let me take the sin upon myself that these people will have a fighting chance of being forgiven by God." They make him out to be a hero in the face of all of this. Unbelievable to me, But you know what? Maybe the rabbis need Aaron, who's going to be the high priest, to somehow not be someone who would be complicit. And who am I? Don't know what was going in his heart in this moment of fear. So for just a minute, we can buy into that. So be it. Except, I like to continue reading and see what else the Torah has to offer. So we go to the next slide. And here's what we find beginning with I'm dropping down to 21. See, Moses came down. You know the story. Either you've read it or seen the movie. Moses is really angry when he gets there, and he takes the tablets and he hurls it. By the way, he grinds the golden calf into powder, mixes it with water, and the people have to wash their mouth out with golden calf. Let's put it that way. Really upset. And then he pulls Aaron aside, and here's what happens. Moses said to Aaron, "What did this people do to you that you have brought so great a sin upon them?" And Aaron said, "Do not let the evil of the anger of my Lord burn hot. You know the people, they are bent on evil. They said to me, 'Make us gods who shall go before us.' As for this Moses, this man who brought us up to the land of Egypt, we do not know what has become of him." His brother is saying, "See, it's your fault. You took too long." "So I said to them," Aaron says, "whoever has gold, take it off." So they gave it to me. I threw it into the fire, and out of the fire, this golden calf magically appeared. Oops. See, I think the rabbis only read part of the story, maybe, when they justified Aaron's heroics, because it's plain and simple. When Moses asks Aaron, when he has that moment to say what's going on, Aaron, our Kohen Gadol, chooses to lie, to not only lie, but in an absurd way. And yet, he will become the Kohen Gadol, and I'll say something about that in a moment. But you just have to open up your newspaper or your electronic newspaper or your TV and look at the world today. How many examples do we find of politicians, actors, athletes, today athletic club owners, who have their moment where they fell short of the mark. Now for them, in some pretty significant ways, many of them, but you know what? I dare anyone to stand up and say, I have never missed the mark. In fact, how many of us can say, I haven't missed the mark, and there are some real doozies? But the difference is, there's your moment to say, I missed the mark. Let me be accountable. Let me confess to tshuva. At the moment, why wait for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur? Let me take that moment to be accountable and to turn this darkness and to bring a little bit of light, not only to myself, but to those I've wronged. To those who I've missed the mark for, let me try to have something good come out of the bad. Our Aaron fails to do it, and we'll talk about this later on, but let me tell you what happens. Remember I told you we're waiting for opening day? Opening day is going to come, and Aaron as the high priest is going to be told by Moses he needs to be cleansed. He needs to be purified to begin to offer sacrifices. So here's what you got to do, Aaron. You got to take a calf and sacrifice it. And if you don't think that everyone understood where we're coming back to, Aaron was given his time to be accountable for himself, And instead it took Moses, as proclaimed by God, to show the world that Aaron would be held accountable in a public way. Think of how much more powerful it would have been had Aaron done it in this week's parashah instead of later on. And so I offer you this thought. Sometimes we joke among Jews, we get to save up the sins for the High Holy Days and get rid of them in one big moment. Our tradition, of course, says nothing of the sort. Talks about regularly being accountable for the little ones and the big ones. And many of us know once we get through that moment, it makes it much easier. If we don't, it starts to build up and makes things worse over time. So just a thought. If you happen to be human at any moment along the way, take that moment to find the courage to be accountable, to say I'm sorry, and to do what's necessary. Not only will it make that day a brighter day, not only will it make your High Holy Days just a little bit easier when they come, but I promise you, for the world around you, you'll bring an extra measure of light and God's blessing. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. Shabbat Shalom. Friends, our service is continued on page 282. We rise together for Elena.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו, וגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו, אמת מלכנו, אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום, והשבת אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. Page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking across the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. As we prepare to say the names aloud of our loved ones who are no longer with us, We pause to reflect on their memory and the memory of all of our loved ones. When we do so, it is not just to remember them, but most importantly, to be inspired by their love and their ideals, the values, to allow their lives to continue to bring us inspiration long after their time on earth. For when we do, we not only honor their memory, but their life continues to have meaning and purpose long after their days are done. And so as I say the name of a loved one, we invite you to stand and remain standing with their mentioning, to give honor and to be inspired. We continue in the period of Shiva, the 7 days since death, as we honor the memory of Stephen Fishberg, the husband of Libby Fishberg. And on the Shabbat, we honor the memories of the yahrzeit, Valen Bloom, Debbie Blumenthal, Mary Mahan, Clara Schenkman-Wolf, David Weissman, Ebby Fedeke, Ernest Weinrich, Donald Fishberg, Francis Finkelstein, Nettie Goldblatt, Hyman Haight, Rose Ostrovsky, Carol Fain, Ralph Hyman, Abraham Hildenbrand, Martin J. Kalstein, Muriel H. Katz, Howard Katz, Estelle White, Fagel Levine, Joseph Meyer, Ernest Schmaltz, Beatrice Garfunkel, Tessie Nagler, Renee Sachs, Minnie Schaefer, Stephen Schiffer, Rose Polatsky Selikoff, Joseph Friedman, Ruth Rothman, Michael Sherman, Albert Small, Jack Landisberg, Helen Trink, Nathan Husak, Harold Farley, David Kornfeld, Linda Kaufman, Ann Klein, Herman Lipp, Lillian Sidransky, Judith Sirkin, Leo Ullman, Selma Weitz. If a name of your loved one has not yet been read and you're observing Shiva Shloshim or Yahrzeit, I invite you to please stand and say the name of your loved one aloud. In loving memory of all whose names have been said aloud, those who remain in our hearts and all who no longer have anyone to recall their memory, we rise together. It's an act of love and support for all. As we continue with Kadisha Tone, page 294. Yit Gadal v'Yikadash Shemei Rabbah, v'Yalmad Yivrach Yehutei v'Yamlich Malchutei, b'Chai Echon v'Yom V'v'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv imru. Yehei Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lomei al-maya, yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal, Shemei d'kedusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechmata, Tamiran ba'alma v'imru. Yehei shalom rabba amin shamaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Oseh shalom b'mrumav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to this entire world. Together we say,
Amen.
A few announcements before we conclude. As always, there's lots going on at the synagogue. On Sunday at 9, we have our continuing series, So You Think You're Losing Your Mind. This is about the support available for those caring for people with Alzheimer's and dementia. We also have coming up a series of discussion groups here at Beth Chaim. This is something the Transition Committee is putting on. We want the opinion of every single person here as we move into the future. Hopefully some of you got emails about this. If you have any questions about what we're doing, speak to me, Rhonda, Dan, Jean, Adria. We're all on the transition committee, and we'd love to answer your questions during ONEG. Purim is coming.
Yay.
You need everyone, right? Dancers, singers, actors are needed for the spiel on Wednesday, March 20th. There's volunteers needed for the Purim Carnival. And of course, there's lots more information on the racks outside of the offices. Again, Shabbat Shalom.
If you're interested in being in the Righteous 80s Purim spiel, there's an open call this coming Wednesday at 7:30. So please just come Wednesday evening if you're interested in being a part of this year's Purim spiel.
I want to echo what Rhonda said. The March 17th and March 31st discussion groups from the Transition Committee is really the beginning of all of your opportunity to really have your voice in the future of what Beth Chaim is and will become, both vis-a-vis the search, the rabbi, but really the breadth of the congregation. And I want to offer praise to Rhonda and her committee, the sincerity of wanting people to have their voice and to know that your voice counts is really critical to the committee and really critical to the future of the congregation. So hopefully you can come either on the 17th or on the 31st. There'll be other parlor discussions, a survey coming out. Please make sure your voice is heard. And then what is already a beautiful community will go from generation to generation, from strength to strength. Friends, we continue on page 322. Please join us in Ein Keloheinu.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Mi Chadonenu, Mi Chemalkeinu, Mi Chemoshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Malkeinu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu.
Will you please rise? And I'm going to ask McKenna to have the honor of coming up front with her family promotion. This is so when you get to the ONEG, you can go straight to the good stuff and not have to wait for us to be there. Please join with us.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
Take some down, pass it around. Friends, please, we invite you, put your arms around a loved one, reach out a hand to a friend, reach out a hand, make a new friend. You guys are getting better of this. This is the 4th week. Please don't leave anyone hanging. Hold on to someone near you. As we offer this blessing, eternal God, we stand before you in thanksgiving for all of our blessings in life. For the love that comes from family, the support that comes from friends, for the strength and privilege that comes with being part of sacred community. We offer you our thanks and our praise. Eternal God, we ask that your blessing will be with each of us, with our family, our friends, and throughout the world during Shabbat and the days to come. We invoke your name as we ask your blessing upon us.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless us and protect us.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's presence be with us and be gracious to us.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha V'yasem lecha shalom.
May God's eyes remain focused on us. May God bless us and all peoples of this world with God's greatest gift of all, the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.